Good afternoon, this is Matt and Alecia. We're coming to you on a Monday to do the Matt and Alecia show.
Keeping everyone on their toes
Keeping
all
on
the
your
time.
toes. This is a show we usually do on Fridays, but Alecia was gone last Friday. She was traveling. She went down to Washington, Seattle, and Walla Walla. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But, we just wanted her to come and throw out, just switch things up. Matt and Alecia's show on a Monday. It's a Monday, it's gray out, but we're still positive, we're still growing, and we're still coming to you live.
Yes.
So, talking about being inspired and staying inspired, and I'll let you jump in here in a second, but, going to places like Washington, like Walla Walla, like Seattle, and seeing just all the different stuff that we don't have here in Anchorage,
yes.
It's always inspiring for me. Like when I went to Seattle last, I took a week course for commercial real estate, and there was literally 20 plus skyscrapers being built.
Yes.
20 of them. Skyscrapers.
All at the same time.
Here in Anchorage, you're like...
We have half of one.
Half of a couple.
And I'm staring at it.
Yeah. So just to see that kind of economy, that kind of growth, that kind of, just awe-inspiring real estate, really. So for someone to look at a piece of ground and say, hey, I'm going to build something that it's bigger than a tower. It's a skyscraper. To say that I'm going to build that and then go and do it, that just blows me away. So to be inspired by that much growth, that much capital, that much just building is just incredible to me.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that inspires me. So what about you, Alecia?
Yeah, definitely. There's like a gajillion things that inspire me, but people, places, food.
Yeah.
So when I was in Seattle, I was only there for a layover, but I was like, I'm going to go into town. I'm going to see all the really expensive things that I can't afford because they're really exciting to me, and I can't see them here. Like different places to live, places that are really expensive for clothing or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing all the stuff that I wouldn't normally be around and that I can take inspiration from. Like, how can I change my life or my business to be more innovative, to be more creative, to include more of these things?
I love that, because what you're saying is you're not saying, hey, I'm looking at these things because I can't ever afford them.
Right. You're
saying, hey, look at these things that I can have. Now, what do I need to go create or do to attain these things?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just sitting here saying, hey, it's all about material items. It's not all about, having all of these different things. What it is we're talking about what inspires you to create more, what inspires you to grow more,
mm-hmm.
and what inspires you to produce more.
Right.
And so up here in Anchorage, we don't have those types of things. It's not as common here in Anchorage than, it would be, say, Seattle, San Francisco, New York, any of these big cities, right?
Right. And so I guess alongside that, you don't have to travel to a new city or a new state just to see these things. You can watch movies, you can listen to music, you can read books. There's no limit to where you can pull inspiration from. But heck, if you're in another city, why not? Why not go see those things that you dream of doing?
Exactly. And the more that you're around those things, the more real they become to you. And with that, they, once you have a reality on something, once you can conceptualize it, it becomes real to you, and then you can go make it happen.
Right. So at one point for us, that was we really want a truck. How can we make that happen? And then you accomplish that goal, and then it's what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And so
mm-hmm.
obviously we had our truck, and we're okay, well now we want more than that.
Super tiny goal.
Yeah.
Super small goal.
We are so what's the word? Guilty of having really small goals in the past. We weren't always trying to do big things or own giant towers or things like that. At one point it was if I could pay off this one teeny tiny student loan, one of many, we would have it made. And then we're okay, we paid that off, now what? So if we had bigger goals to start with at the top, we would have we would have aimed our sights higher and be further along.
And we would have grown faster out of necessity.
Right.
So what this is all about today is just, getting inspired, purposely putting yourselves in situations around people, around things that inspire you. Because the more inspiration you have is just going to keep you going, right? Now, we're not saying go get false inspiration. Don't get something that's, can just wither away, right? A lot of people do this with, and there's a difference between inspiration and motivation. So what we're really trying to say is, get something so big, get goals big enough, get ideas big enough,
right.
and then go to actually inspire and motivate you.
Right.
And then by doing that, you're just going to be able to grow.
Right. So like you're capable of so much more than you think you are. Like I had a goal of like, doing fashion in Los Angeles, and then I met that goal, and I was like, okay, well now what? Like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? So if you meet that goal, sometimes you like lose your purpose because that purpose was like something very like instantaneous, or maybe you like it wasn't far enough out to keep yourself going.
Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. If you like this, let us know by hitting that like button, hitting that share button right next to it. Drop us a comment below. We will get back to you. And hope to see you here back tomorrow at 12:30.